Hi everyone, Lisa here from LC Designs. First of all, I want to let you know that I'm actually not live. We had to go out of town, so I recorded this really quick so that I didn't leave you guys, you know, hanging on Wednesday. Got some sticky stuff there. So just a few reminders business-wise. I don't have the project sheet complete, but it will be posted before this video goes up. So just a reminder, I have my Gorgeous Posies card class. I actually moved this over a week as well. So you still have time to order it. Disregard the April 10th. This class, you're going to get this box. You're going to get, all the materials. I should take my stuff out. So it's a card kit. So it comes with all these supplies, plus this really nice box to make the cards. But I'm also going to include the supplies to make 4 alternate cards. There's this one, this one, this one, and this one. So you'll also get the supplies to make these 4 cards. They'll come like this. The supplies are already, you know, cut and prepped for you. I don't do stamping. This one happens to be stamped, but this will not go out in the mail because I cannot send out stamped images. So this is what your 4 alternate kits would look like to make these cards, and there will be a PDF to show you how to make these cards. And then also you'll get a brand new Stampin' Seal. So you'll get a brand new Stampin' Seal, the card kit, the 4 alternate cards, and this class is $35. So just if you can let me know as soon as possible on this class, because then that way I can hurry up and order the kits before they sell out, because this is a retiring item. So also there's my April Sweet Stampin' Friends tutorial. So if you spend $30 in my online store, I'll send you this tutorial. And you can make 8 projects, and they're all around Mother's Day. Just use this host code here when you're placing your order. And if you bump your sale up to $5 more, you'll get the make and takes for today that we're doing today. And don't forget, if you add a Tombow glue, I'm still going to send you one of these glue holders. If you guys have any questions, that's a lot that I've gone through. If you have any questions, just let me know. And we will go ahead and get started. I kind of got stuff. Oh, prizes. So last week was the Sweet Cream stamp set. Janice Whitmus was the winner of this one. And this week I have the Borders to Backgrounds stamp set that I'll be giving away. So even though this isn't live, you can still share my video, and you know, make sure that you comment that you share, and you do share it, because I don't know, there's been something going on. They're not matching, so I just want to make sure that I get everybody and that they are sharing. And if you comment this week, I'm going to pick a few winners just for some random prizes that I have, probably an embellishment. So please comment on the video, and we will get started. So today's projects are all, again, I'm focusing on the retiring items because everything's like discounted. Well, not everything. A lot of things are discounted, but I wanted to kind of make things for Mother's Day or those women in your life. This is a nice set called Strong and Beautiful. We're going to use it today. There's actually a lot of nice sentiments And I'm only doing 3 projects, so I just chose 3 of them. But our first project is going to be this gift bag. And I'm using the Ornate Garden DSP, which the pack of this paper right now is, I think, only $6.50. So it's like kind of like a box bag. It stands up. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to use a different DSP than the one that I use. Kind of switching some things up to try and, you know, just make them different. I always have 2 of everything the same at the end of my videos. So this piece that we're going to need for the bag is going to be 11. So this is the 12-inch piece. So we're going to take an inch off of there, and it's by 5.5. So we're going to cut 5.5. I hope you guys are in the camera. We're going to go ahead and set that piece aside. We're going to need a piece of cardstock, which I'm not sure why I have this one. I didn't grab a piece of cardstock. I didn't want to. Here, I'll just use this one for right now. I can grab this one, and then I'll grab another piece after. So the cardstock is going to be 4.5 by 4.5. So let's go 4.5 by 4.5. And this color, by the way, is terracotta tile. Wasn't the color I was going to use, but I forgot to grab my my piece of paper, my old olive. I was going to use old olive. So we're going to score each side on this one at 1 inch on all sides. So 1, 1, 1, and 1. And then I forgot one more piece of paper that we're going to need to cut. Well, it's actually the gold foil. We're going to use some gold foil at the bottom. And that's going to be 10.25 by 1. So we'll cut it at 1. And 10.25. Just as I'm making this video, I hadn't put my whole project sheet together. But like I said, it will be posted before this video is shown. Okay, so we're going to save that. So these, we're just going to burnish all our lines, all our score lines. And this is going to be like the bottom of our gift bag. This is where it just gives it a sturdy bottom, and then you can put something kind of heavy inside there. So we're just going to snip up each of these tabs. My lighting is not the greatest. My lights keep flickering. I don't know if they're getting ready to go out or what. My overhead lights. And I have a really high ceiling, so it's like I got to get a big ladder to fix, to change them, I should say. So just glue these. Sometimes I put a little clothespin on there just to hold it so I could do the other side. This glue dries pretty fast though. By the time I get done with the other one will be dry, but we can move it here. I think it moved. And see, I probably have a lot of shadow. I'm sorry. It's just my lights. I don't know what's... Like I said, they're working. It's just that they keep flashing. I didn't do that well. I glued it and I moved it. So we'll move that aside for now. But this isn't going to be seen anyway, but you could trim it off if you want, just to make it. And we're going to use the, do some die cutting. We're going to use the Be Mine stitched or hearts dies, But I guess we'll go ahead and let's do this first. So actually, not sure which side I should say. Since I use the terracotta dial, I feel like I should use this side. I think I will use this side. So we're gonna not use, oh, but then I have the gold. Decisions, decisions, decisions. The gold will still look good, won't it? What do you guys think? Again, I know we're not live. We'll just, we'll go with the gold side. I really like this side now that, because I have the terracotta tile. So we're gonna put some Terran tape along the bottom here and along one side. Like that. This is gonna wrap around that box bottom. I think I'm getting ahead of myself for messing you guys up because I'm scattered. Can't make a decision. So we'll go ahead and start this here in the middle and just go along the edge and then just wrap this around, securing it around the box. And this paper is so pretty because it has the gold on one side. And before I adhere that, we'll take this piece off. I have my finger stuck to it. And we'll secure that, and then this is just gonna secure right onto there. And you don't have to do this straight because actually the wider you make it, the better, so that it's gonna go like this. So there's our bag. And I think like last week I was like, oh, is it a box? Is it a bag? What is it? So we're gonna get our big shot here, and we're gonna use this die so that we can have like a scalloped edge. And I just lined it up to the edge. On my other one, my die moved as I was cutting it. So hopefully this one isn't gonna move. We're at the edge. Let's see. And then so I didn't go all the way because we're still gonna cut the other end. And what I did is I just lined this circle up here with that other circle, the last one there, and put it up to the edge. Make sure it's right. See, it looked like it moved again. It's moving. And we'll cut it. This time we'll go all the way through, and it's just to give it a scalloped edge. All right, since I have the gold, we need a couple of circles. So let me see if I can cut them out of this sheet, or is this not big enough? This is what I used already. Looks like that one will work. Maybe we can get one with the other corner. I figure since I had the big shot out, I might as well cut them. I think this is gonna fit just right. Whew, lucked out on that one. Uh-oh, the die moved. So we'll see. I'm still waiting on my plates. Oh, it looks good. I'm waiting on my new plates. They're on back order. I ordered a few sets of them because I wear my plates out really quickly. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add some more Terran tape, and we'll add it here to the bottom. And on this one, you can add it to the top as well. I didn't on mine, but it there's like a little gap. So if you want, let's add a strip here too, just under that stitching. Oops. So then you won't have a gap like I do on mine. Okay, so we'll take these off here and here. And this I started in the back as well. I think I have just a little, there's going to be a smaller edge, because this one's shorter than the other one, because we wanted the other one to spread out. So we're just going to do the same here. Just wrap it around the bottom. And there you go. Oops, this one, oh. Oh my goodness, I'm going to tear this paper. I didn't pull it far enough, so it's going to be a little bit short. Darn it, and I don't want to rip the bag. You can see I could have pulled it over some more. So we'll just secure that. Darn it, that wasn't supposed to happen. So your bag's gonna go like this. So that's where these come in. So your circles, just get them and fold them in half. And this is with the layering circle dies I cut this out with. It's not the stitch. This one is actually not retiring. The stitch ones are retiring. And I just glue these, use the liquid glue, and glue it onto the center of your bag like that. Hold it for a couple of seconds. We'll do the other side. These, like I say, you can just give these to someone for an everyday gift, or you just want to give somebody something. And now this, remember the last time I told you you could punch, or you can use your pick tool. This I'm not going to be able to punch through because this foil's so hard, but I'm just making an indentation so that I can punch both of my holes and they'll line up. But you can use your pick tool to make a hole. This is thick. I guess because it's doubled over plus the cardstock. So where did I do with my ribbon? This is what I was going to use. Uh-oh, I'm missing my ribbon. Well, I'm really unorganized. Well, we'll get the ribbon in a second. I hate to leave. I hate to leave you guys and run and get something. So we are going to make our tag. And our tag, well, we can use this back side for the tag for the layering piece, since it'll match the inside of the bag too. So this is gonna be 4 1/4 by 1 3/4. So 1 3/4 by 4 1/4. And we're gonna punch these out with the trio punch. But on the white one, I want to, I'm gonna emboss it first. Okay, hold on, I gotta get the piece. I thought I had all my pieces here. So this basic white piece is gonna be 4, so it's gonna be a little bit shorter, by 1 1/2. 1 1/2. And we're gonna emboss on it first. So I chose this one. You are like a diamond, resilient, strong, and beautiful. So So let's go, and I'm using the gold embossing powder. I think I might have mentioned before that the embossing powders were retiring. I guess I should have really looked at all my stuff first. They're retiring as a single jar, but in the new catalog, they're going to be coming in a group of them, like 3 jars, 4 jars, I can't remember. So this is going to go over to the left because we're going to use a triple banner punch to punch the end. Oops. I can't talk and think at the same time. But yeah, I can't remember how many jars are going to come in the new catalog. So it's like, I think they have like neutrals, and then they have the silver gold. Neutrals is like the clear, the white, and something else. Oh, I messed that one up. And then the others, oh, I think black's in the neutral. And then the others, the gold, silver, copper, maybe? Okay, I think that's okay there. Let's put this back in so I don't spill it and get it all over, since I'm not doing such a good job. So pardon me real quick. It's gonna get loud with the heating tool. I always use my paintbrush to hold it so my hand don't get burnt. But I got my pre-order on the new catalog, and I have been playing with the end colors, and to be honest, at first I was actually disappointed with the end colors, but now using them, oh my gosh, I love them. Okay. I love them. And I've already been creating my first class for May. So we're gonna go ahead and punch the end of this. So just place it all the way in. I always like to look at the back to make sure that it's straight, and punch. And we're gonna do the same with this one. Put it in there, make sure it's straight, and punch. And then we're gonna adhere these two together. But yeah, the new catalog is amazing. Oops. My kind of luck. So we'll scoot this all the way to the edge. Oops. Okay, to the edge, but not to that edge. See why I like using the liquid glue? Because you have some time to play with it. You've seen how I couldn't pull my other thing off because of the tear and tape. Okay, so I have to find some ribbon. I have this little scrap one here, which I actually need over there. So we're gonna use this one, since we use this one on another project as well. But switching things up, you could see how it'll work both ways. My hands, I got glue on them. This ribbon is from the, which one is this one? I'll have to look at the package. But we're just gonna tie a bow with this. This is a little bit thicker, but I think it goes with it. It looks good. We're gonna make do with what we have. Because the other piece I needed for the other project, and I don't know what happened to my roll. It's not near here. The other one is the one that I used on the first bag I made was, it's the Ornate Garden Ribbon Combo Pack. Okay, so this don't look so bad. Wanted to add some color, but I'll cut that about there. Cut this one about here. It's like every week I have something going wrong, don't I? I always seem like something's going wrong. Oh, here's, so this is the Forever Greenery pack. So we're gonna make a double bow for the tag. These two go in that set. But I had that over there with the other project we're gonna do. So I don't know where my ornate garden one is. So we're gonna do a double bow here. This one end is way longer. And we're gonna stick this on our tag. Cut that down, cut that. And get a glue dot. Okay, a glue dot, a glue dot. Oops, it stuck to my finger. I was gonna get my, oh, little picky tool. What did I do? Because the glue's on there. It stuck to my finger. See, every week I have some kind of fiasco. But that's what makes it fun, right? We're all human, we all make mistakes, and it's actually not even a mistake, it's just things don't always cooperate. So we're just gonna put a couple of dimensionals on here. And stick this right here like that. Doesn't all that gold look so elegant? And there's our bag. So you can fill it, and this is my mistake. That could have been, it shouldn't have been that short. But there you go. See, which one do you like better? They both look really nice with the gold. But that's the ornate garden. I was gonna use the old olive one on this bag. So let's get all this out of the way and get to our next project. I don't think I need any of this stuff. We'll keep these here for at the end. Okay. Well, now we're gonna make a box. And this one I could say is a box. Not a bag, a box. Oops. It's just a little box, and you can put something small. A bangle bracelet will fit in here. Anything is anything that's a square will fit. Not anything, but okay. So this one, these papers we're gonna use are gonna be 4 3/4 by 5 1/4. So 5 1/4, 5 1/4 by 4 3/4. And we're gonna use this one for the lid. So again, 4 3/4. They're the exact same measurements. 4 3/4 by 5 1/4. So the top and bottom, the measurements are exactly the same. Okay. I left my other project for the end because I had a hard time with it because of the DSP and trying to see the score lines. So on this one, we're gonna score the long side. So 5 1/4 is the long side. And we're gonna score it at 3/4. Oops. Yeah, 5 1/4. So we're gonna score it at 3/4. And remember not to press too hard on the DSP, and 4 1/2. So that was 3/4 and 4 1/2. And this one's gonna be 3/4 and 4. So again, the long side is 3/4 and 4 1/2. Short side is 3/4 and 4. Easy peasy, I say. And let's see how well I messed this one up. I hope everybody's been having a great week. Man, my allergies are still kind of kicking up. Not as bad as, but they're just so bad. I hope everybody else is doing okay with them. Okay, this DSP is so hard to see the score lines on this side, on the pattern side. That's where the other, my next project, man, I really messed that thing up on my one when I was creating it because I couldn't see the lines. And I was like, what am I doing? Why are none of my things matching up? Well, it's because I wasn't cutting the right score lines because I couldn't see them. So we're just going to glue these all the 4 tabs just like any other box. But it was funny. I'll show you. I had to make a like a template to show you because it was so hard to see. And in case I make mistakes on my one that I'm doing live for you, I wanted you to see the actual template so you know what it's supposed to look like. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here. So this box goes together the same way. Very easy, simple and easy. I just wanted to come up with some projects that you can put together quick, easy. You know, if you have to make multiples, you can make them without having to spend hours on them. My things keep moving on me. My tabs. It's funny how me and liquid glue used to not be friends. I would just have probably more glue on me than on my projects. So there's the bottom. Oops. So this will just go right over. And if you want on this box, on this lid, you could punch out a little notch beforehand so that they can try, you know, somewhere to open it, but it opens pretty well. I messed that up right there. But there's that. So now I kind of cut everything else so that we wouldn't have to spend a lot of time. Why do I oh, I had this punch, so if you want it, I can't do it now because it's not going to fit. But I was going to show you, you can just put a little half moon in there and cut out a notch. So we're going to add this piece of bumblebee, and it's 1 by 3 3/4. We're going to add that to the middle just to add some color. I wanted to use the bumblebee to try and pick up on the bumblebee and the flowers. Okay, and then we're going to have a bumblebee stitch. I did the exact same size. Silly me. Oh, I didn't do the stitched one. So let's go ahead and do the stitched square. That might have been for something else. And it's this one, right? So it's the second to the largest on the stitched. Hopefully I am in the camera. All right. So there we go. Now we got the right one. I don't think I'm going to use the other one for anything. And so this stamp is God made you my mother, love made you my friend. So, we're gonna do this in terracotta tile. And we will glue this on. I'm not gonna put the glue on there because that might be still a little bit wet. Add some glue to here because it just barely has a border of the scallops. Right like that. I don't want to smear the glue, I mean the ink, and plus I got on my hands. So we will add some dimensionals. And I cut out the Be Mine stitch chart from the Be Mine dies. Those are retiring. I'm gonna miss those. And we'll just adhere this to the center. And so to put my heart where I want it, I always put my dimensional on the packing first, and then I know where to put my heart. Oops. So that it's even. And now we'll tie our bow. Here's that piece of ribbon. I don't think it would have worked for our bag. Wouldn't have been long enough. I'll find my other one, I'm sure, once we're done. Probably as soon as we're done, I'll find the roll of it. But the other ribbon we used was just fine. Snip off the ends. We'll get a glue dot again. Now I'll use my tool. We'll put a bow inside the heart. And there's our little box. See how easy that was? You know, and I don't know if you, like I like to bake some homemade cookies, you know, big ones. And you can put one cookie in there if you want. If you feel like baking and you need just a package to give something away, I clean off my stamps. And we can already move on to the third project. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, this third one might be a little bit difficult. It shouldn't be, but for whatever reason, I could not see my score lines. I'm gonna use this piece with the daisies. This is what my box looks like. Thank you for always being there for me with the little daisies. And what I have in here right now is one of those Little Debbie treat rolls. If you use a thicker cardstock, it'll, or if you use cardstock, it'll be more sturdy and you can put something heavy. So we're gonna use this piece here, and this is gonna be 9.5 by 9. So let's go 9.5 by 9. Can you believe this DSP's on sale for only, it's either $6 or $6.50. And it's gorgeous because it has that gold in it on some of the, you know, the back sides of the sheets have the gold in it. Okay, so let's see how well we're gonna be able to see these score lines. I don't wanna press too hard and rip the paper. But for this having the gold on the back side, it's not actually really thick like the one we had at Christmas time. So this is a long side, 9.5. We're gonna score it at 3/4, 2.5, 7, and 8 3/4. Okay, so the short side, the 9-inch side, we're gonna score it at 1. This box is different. 2 3/4, not your normal box, because we're gonna try and make it a little bit sturdier. 4.5, 6 1/4, and 8. We're gonna try and make it a little bit sturdier by adding some security on the sides. So see how these lines are like, they're, you can see them on this side, but they're super hard to see on this pattern side. So we'll see, and I'll show you my template, because I know I'm gonna have to look at that template to see, make sure I'm cutting the right stuff. Like, can you even see the score line? It's like, I probably could have folded it the other way maybe, but I want it the daisy side. This one is right here, I think. See, I'm having such a hard time seeing this. The next one is right here. And the next one is way over here. If you were to do this on a non-pattern paper, it wouldn't be so hard to see. It's just this pattern, it's like the score lines blend in. Like, look, I have it close up to you, and I don't know if you could even see it. I still barely see it. That's what I said, my first one, I was messing it all up. This side you can kind of see a little bit, but this is what it looks like. Let me see if I have it the right direction. Yeah. So like this. So this is going to be our top of the box. This is going to be the bottom of our box. So where all the X's are, those pieces are going to come out. It seems like a lot. So this is the top. We're going to turn it this way. I'm going to cut these 4 sections out right here. I'm kind of putting this in the light so I could see the score line. So maybe I don't mess it up like I did my original one. And then this one here is going to come out. And I really hope I'm doing this right. And then these 2 are going to come out. Can you see that score line? Right there. And this one up here. Okay, so then the other side will look the same way. So we're going to cut these 4 out. Trying to see that score line. Where does it end? Right there. This is like, I feel like I'm cutting blindly, if that's a word. And then so this little one's gonna come out. You can tell I'm cutting so crooked because I still trying to put it in the light so I could see it, but it's like so hard. And if I try to do this other side, it's like impossible to see them. And so then these 2 are going to come out. So I hope all this is making sense to you. Okay, I think we got them all. Oh no, but then I got to go in. So this is what it's going to look like. So see, we have all the sections cut out that are supposed to be cut out. But now we need to go all the way in. I use these other scissors. Go in here. Go in here. I still can't see the score lines. And do I go in this? Yeah, I think I go this one. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not making this more difficult than what it is. Because I can't... trying to see my score lines, and I kind of really don't remember. So Let's see, this is gonna go like this. Oh, these ones are supposed to come out too. Oh yeah, these are supposed to come out. I thought so. I covered them up when I laid it down, so I didn't know. Okay, so now we should see all the X's. There you go. It seems like we're cutting out a lot, which we are, but you could tell how crooked I cut, but that's what it's gonna look like. Now, I can show you. So what you can do, if you have a corner rounder, you could round your corners on these end tabs. Oops. And this, because I'll show, these are going to go in the box, and this is where it's going to make it sturdier, so it's not so flimsy. Just these two that are sticking out, that are longer, and the one that goes in the front, and then the one that's the top. So if you have a corner rounder, otherwise you can just cut them at an angle. Like I did that with my first one, I just cut it at an angle. Okay, so now let me show you. It's gonna make sense when it comes together. So we're gonna glue these two like this, and this goes over like that. And our box will be formed. So let's just glue it. So let's add some tear and tape to these tabs. And I'm going to use tear and tape just so we can get it done quickly, instead of me gluing all of it. So these two here, these two here, and then we're going to add some to this one here. And like I said, you're going to see where it all comes together. It's a little bit confusing. And this one here, because this is the bottom. Or I keep saying the bottom, but it's actually the front of the card, or the box. So let's undo these. And so it doesn't matter which one you put in first, but stick that one in, and this one will go in next. And then we'll do the other side. It's funny, I feel like I always make things complicated for you guys. Like, why did I pick this paper? The one that I can't see the score lines. But that's why I wanted to, see what I mean about the tear and tape? Oh, I got lucky there. So there. So now these little tabs are gonna go in the inside. It's going to hide those two tabs like that. I think it's funny that I have all these issues. If I was probably not doing it, recording it, it would be okay. And then so now this last flap is going to go on the inside as well. And fold it over like that. And it just gives it, you get see how it's thicker, and it just gives it a little bit more. I messed this up when I did the rounder. And so if you put something in it, it's gonna hold it. You know, it'd be a nice gift to give somebody a bottle of glue. That'll fit in there. But I'm not going to put anything. I would have to go run and get one of those things. But we're just going to tie a bow with this pretty ribbon again. And again, if something was inside this, it's going to hold it. It's going to be more sturdy. And it would definitely be more sturdy if it was cardstock and not DSP. But for $6 or $6.50 right now to get this DSP, you can't go wrong. So I'm going to pull that up. So we have our, let's punch a couple of daisies. So this is the small daisy punch. And we'll just glue 2 of these together, offset them. Oops. And we'll let those set aside. And so I cut out, these are from the Stitch So Sweetly dies. And this one is Thank You for Always Being There for Me. And we're going to use Old Olive. So I cut out the smaller one and then, oops, that's the next size up. Oh my word. That was not good. We'll use the back side even though it's not the back side. I still did it crooked. That's me. I tell you, I'm the one with the crooked head. I always tease about me having the crooked head. So we'll put that right on there and pretend that it's straight. And we're going to add some dimensionals. Where did my dimensionals go? They were hiding under my template. Take those off. And we're just going to stick this over here to the left. Or to the right. My other left. And I used a Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blend. I just wanted to color that center in yellow to match with the DSP. And we use our foam folder and just kind of curve it up. And we will use a dimensional right on the back and put the daisy right there. So there is our box. How do you like that? I hope you like that one. That is pretty easy. I made it a little bit more complicated. Just don't use the DSP that I use. But here's those two. My petals are not so fluffy. And then here's the 2 bags. You can see the difference with the DSP. The 2 bags, and then our 2 little boxes. So I hope you guys like those projects. If you want these make and takes for free, just spend $35 in my online store and use that host code so that I know to send them to you. If you add the liquid glue, you'll get the glue holder for it. And what else was there? I think that's it. Just don't forget to share my video. If you're watching it on YouTube, the replay, I hope you would like my page and leave a comment and let me know what you think. You guys all have a great week, and I will see you back here next Wednesday. You take care. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.